Hey guys, and welcome back. I know it's been a long while. Unfortunately, life and work are wonderful things, but also things that tend to get in the way from time to time, as is the case with what's been going on with me. So if anybody's been wondering where I've been, and I completely understand if not, um, it's literally the only explanation I have is it's literally just been work and life. But I hope everything is going well with everyone here. I have not forgotten about this series. I have not forgotten about this project. So have no fear. I am still working on it when I am able, and what you're seeing is some of the stuff I've done when I've been able. This is down near the Lansdale area and Hatfield area. It's a small little industry and road network that's down near there. It's also one of the more secluded crossings on the line, and right now it does not appear to have any crossing gates, but as part of the Quakertown and Southern upgrade to the line, we will be installing some crossing gates there, just for safety reasons and to ensure that everybody is safe along the line. As you may have noticed, throughout the entire railroad, we gates with or crossings with gates have been installed across the entire railroad. Whereas if you look at the real life line right now, a lot of them actually don't have that. So I'm trying to take into account some upgrades to the line that would take place with this idea and incorporate those. So if you're wondering, like, oh, this isn't 100% historically accurate or even modern day accurate, I completely understand. That's intentional. That is completely intentional. This is taking into account some upgrades that would be done to the line if this idea came to fruition. So please keep that bear that in mind as you're looking at some of this footage. Again, I wanted to let everyone know I haven't forgotten about this project. I am still working on this project. In fact, the update with the assets and changes that you're seeing in this footage will be going live after this video goes live. Again, it's just been busy with work, busy with life, and everything in general. Now, right now, you see me trying to install that aforementioned crossing upgrade because we're going to be hauling a lot more than this line has been used to, especially been operating a lot more often than this line has been used to. It behooves us to upgrade the crossings and to have them be safe. Now, in real life, would the crossings be a full 6 light affair on each side? Probably not. They'd probably be just a single standard crossbuck with lights along with a gate. However, I was trying to keep all of my assets kind of in one area and things of that nature. Now you're seeing me level out some ground here. In some of the later footage, you're going to see that building appear. I didn't want to. I didn't record that because it was just a very tedious process of getting the right assets to get that building to look right. So you're going to see it appear in the background there as we move on to working onto this little property here that's right across the tracks, which is the reason for the crossing. However, I didn't record it. I didn't record it because of just logistical reasons and trying to make sure I get this video out in a timely manner and that it's not too boring and still keeps up the pace a little bit, and to keep some stuff for you guys to explore on your own as you play the route and test the route. And if you have been playing the route and testing the route, I greatly appreciate it. Any feedback is always welcome. I know the assets for the route are fairly heavy. I do apologize for that, but it's just me trying to get as much detail into the route as possible. I will say this, also an upgrade to the route may be taking place. And by upgrade to the route, I mean with the line itself. I'm thinking of incorporating a switcher of some kind up in the Quakertown area to help deal with some of the switching moves that need to take place there, especially if we have some longer trains. I don't know which one yet. I keep going back and forth between a GP30, which isn't really a switcher, but it can fill the role, and an RS1200. But I'm not entirely sure yet. I need to look into what locomotives are actually available right now before I make a final decision on that. Excuse me. Before I make a final decision on that and determine what is going to happen. Now, here comes a decent bit of tediousness. You see me going back and forth between a bunch of buildings because I'm actually trying to put in this factory, and I thought I had a good building, but then I realized, wait a minute, this industry has a flat roof. So I needed to basically find something with a flat roof that was big enough, and I ended up not being able to do it. So I ended up having to take this that tan one you just saw, and resizing it to the way I needed it in order to get it to work. So you see me going through a bunch of assets, just trying to find one that worked, and ultimately I just end up going back to the tan one. Could I potentially looked a little bit longer and found a better one? Yes. But at some point the building has to get built, and you just kind of have to put up with the result. So I think it turned out pretty good. I'm gonna, in the next couple updates, I'm gonna be working on the parking lot in this area, just kind of filling out the details. That's one thing I'm trying to do right now, is just fill out the gaps in the detail. Not trying to get too fancy with it at this point, but I'm trying to fill in, like, if there's an open area next to the track, I'm trying to fill in what that open area has, just to make sure that there's something there, rather than it just being a boring piece of railroad. So I think we're doing that fairly well and kind of getting through that. And as this video ends, again, I apologize that I've been away a while, life, work, etc. But if you have been enjoying this video and enjoy this kind of return after a couple months here, please leave a like, don't forget to subscribe, and leave a comment with some feedback. If you have any suggestions for assets I could use, again, please keep in mind my rule with this route is it has to be available on Steam. That way more people can very easily get the assets that they need and all that. Please comment below, like, share, subscribe, and I shall see you guys next time.